Hi, I'm Nate Raper, and I'm one of those IT nerds that have worked with phones. You heard me right, phone systems for over 20 years. Now, having experienced many different solutions, I decided I want to start sharing some videos about a phone solution I believe is changing the game. So I created this channel that we're calling Beyond the Dial Tone to talk specifically about Zoom Phone. Now, with all the systems I've worked with over the past 2 decades, I can honestly say they ran the gamut from being difficult to manage and use to maybe just hitting okay, right? Nothing amazing. And I think in today's world, we have so many work and life demands on each of us. We deserve something better than okay from our phone system. So let me take a few minutes to show you Zoom Phone, which I think will change your mind on business phones just being dial tone. And, think about most of these phone systems. They just collect more work for me to do. Inbound calls, voicemails, maybe they integrate with faxes and SMS. They just collect all the data and say, here's more for you to do. Now it's actually time for that system to help you with your job and do something with all of that information. So in this first video, I'm going to walk through the main end user features of Zoom Phone so you get a good idea of what's available. And if you think Zoom Meetings is easy to use, you'll see the ease of use carries right over into Zoom Phone. Here's the Zoom client that you're probably very familiar with for meetings and probably already have installed on your laptop and your mobile device. And speaking of mobile, let's pull that mobile up because I know some of you live on your mobile 60+% of the time. And I want to show you what it looks like there as well. So let's do a quick walkthrough of the Zoom Phone tab, kind of get you an idea of what we have here. And we'll talk through mobile as we go. So in this case, my user is Michael Chen. This is my direct line. Under shared, we have a delegate line for Amelia Miller, so I can take and receive phone calls on her behalf. We have an intercom, make quick calls, etc. And then we also have a shared line group. And you'll see that these appear on the mobile as well. Now on the left side here, what you'll notice is we have a little pop out, and this is called our Zoom Assistant. So this is a great way if I, for example, minimize that client. If we want to operate in a smaller footprint and we're mostly a phone user, you've got opportunities for speed dials you can set up. You can look at call history. I have those same lines here, and these are customizable. So I have my direct, my shared line appearance or delegation, my shared line group. I even have, with our Power Pack, the ability for call queues to see how many other call queue members are active and then how many calls are waiting. So I can see that directly from our Zoom Assistant. Okay, we're going to go through all the tabs fairly quickly. We'll dive into the more details in future videos. But let's start with our call history. So you can see all of our previous calls. We've got the recording icon and the sparkle, which tells you that AI Companion has analyzed the call. Let me open up one of these and I'll follow along on the mobile. You got the ability to play the call recording. You have a summary. This is all AI Companion summary. And then you have a raw transcription if you have that enabled as well. Now, what you'll notice, the quick recap is that summary from the call. So AI has taken, even if it's, a 30, 40, 60-minute call and given you a quick recap. And then under next steps, we actually have linked icons of action items that need to be taken. And if you click on these, this is part of the whole Zoom platform. It opens up Zoom Tasks. And in Zoom Tasks, I could set a due date for that action item. I can obviously edit the name and title, combine these together. I can assign it to other people. So if it's something I need to do or something someone else needs to do, I can do that task right from in here. And you'll see that they're also showing up on the mobile. At the bottom, we have the ability to view this in Zoom Docs. So it takes all of this content and puts it into a Zoom doc. And I'm going to show that in mobile as well. So it does pop up and it gives you that same content, but now I have an editable doc where I can add content. I can paste files in here. I can share this with the team. There's a whole bunch of things I can do inside of Zoom Docs right here. Now going back to the call, we have the ability to share, copy, edit, so that way you can add details or change details if something isn't 100% right, and delete the call. Now switching over to voicemail, you'll notice that we have a few things. There's some that are highlighted in green on the mobile, or blue on the mobile, or green on the desktop, and there's little tags in here. Now these are AI tags that you set up as a user, so they're ones that are important to you and built by you. So it's not something that's preset in here. And inside, we have the ability, obviously, to listen to the voicemail. We have the transcript. We also have, once again, a Zoom task. So I've got a task that was created so I don't have to listen to or read the whole voicemail. I can see real quickly in this case, I need to call Mark back at that number, and I can even add a Zoom task to it. Now, migrating over to the next tab, we're going to skip lines since we already talked through that. We have our SMS tab. Now in here, I've got a direct message going with Hannah. So this is between Hannah and myself. We currently do not have a 10DLC campaign on here. I'm waiting for that to get approved. So this is an internal one. But I also have at the top here the main auto receptionist. So we can do shared SMS on auto receptionists and call queues. And then we also have down here under Michael Chen, you can see that Michael is a delegate of Amelia Miller, so a slightly different icon, but this lets Michael actually send and receive messages as Amelia. The last tab I want to hit is our fax tab, and you'll see that we have faxes that are available, so I can actually open up a fax that was received and scroll through both on the mobile and the desktop. So there's 2 pages in here. So you can send and receive faxes both from your direct number. You can set it up for shared line groups. You can set it up for call queues and auto receptionists. So you can have individual users handling like the main company number for SMS and fax. Okay, so we just covered a ton in a short amount of time. You saw how Zoom Phone can have voice, SMS, and fax all tied to a single number, and how AI is available through the platform with AI call summaries and voicemail summaries and even voicemail smart tags. Now I want to show you some features that are available during the call, as well as Zoom Phone can help you take that details and take action with it right after the call is over. Now let me go ahead and get a call stood up here. So as the call comes in, you can see it ringing. I've got caller verified. Go ahead and accept this. Now I have a call playing in the background, so we can look at AI Companion a little bit later on here. But a few things to note inside of the actual call. We have details about the participants. That caller verified is part of the US-Canada Stir Shaken. I have the ability to, pop up keypads, add call, which is our conference call, hold, cold, warm transfers, as well as transfer direct to voicemail. I've got call recording on, AI Companion. And because this is Zoom, you can click this one button and elevate the call to an actual Zoom meeting. So if everyone's in the Zoom client, they'll actually be able to do desktop sharing, video, and everything. If they're audio only, then they can have a chance to join just as an audio member and continue on with maybe a larger group. Now, one thing to call out on the mobile, on the right side, you'll see at the top, it knows that I'm on a call on my desktop. So if I have to walk out of the office, go home or go to a meeting that's off-site, I can quickly hit switch and move that audio call to my cell phone. So we're going to let this call run for a little while, and I will be right back so we have some actual content to look at. Okay, and we're back. So let the call run, as you can see from the timer, a little over 3 minutes here. And I want to do a few things with AI Companion running on the side. This is very similar to what's available in Zoom meetings, but now I can quickly ask AI Companion to summarize this call. So obviously with a 5-minute phone call or a 3-minute phone call, hopefully you remember what happened. But for longer calls, think about those 30-minute, 60-minute calls, they can get longer and longer. So Michael is an insurance agent, so you'll see this is a call between Michael and Amelia discussing coverage. So very quickly, I can get a summary of what's been covered in the call. I can ask, follow-up questions. I have an OpenAI prompt, so I can ask more questions. We do have those hero prompts there. So if I want to look at maybe what are the action items? So this is kind of leading towards that tasks that you have to do after the call, that you can also convert this into a Zoom task as well. And you can see that there's a few action items. And then we even have the ability to send this via team chat. So inside of Zoom itself, create a task or create a new doc. So if there's something that's really important in here, I can do this directly from here, or even maybe communicate it to someone who's helping me with this account via team chat, and then they can take those action items. We're gonna let this call finish up, and I will be right back to show you some post-call items with AI Companion. Okay, and we're back. The call just wrapped up. And what you'll notice is that the AI companion prompts have changed on the side. I can look at, there's your AI summary just got generated as well. I can view that in the docs, but I can also ask questions about important missed calls or tasks from my last call. So we looked at it during the call. This will get you that information after the call for the complete call. So you've got your action items and details, in this case, for the insurance quote. I can also ask questions. Maybe I want to generate a follow-up email. So I can at least get that started from inside of Zoom with all of the call information. So I can literally just ask AI Companion to create a follow-up email. And here's a good start, right? So it already has a subject and the actual email body information in there. That way I can copy this, once again, copy it. I can paste it into any email that I'd want, or even email inside of Zoom, and then modify and send it off without having to create it from scratch. Whew, now that was a ton of info. Thank you all for joining me today to get an intro to Zoom Phone and how it may help you and your company. Now, since this is my first video, please drop any comments and let me know, drop them below, and let me know what you think. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, going forward, myself and some of my friends will be posting more videos going from, core features all the way to complex deployment scenarios. And just a quick warning, we are all a bit on the nerdy side, so a lot of the videos are going to be much more technical than this. I'm Nate Raper with Beyond the Dial Tone, and these are my personal thoughts, and they are not sponsored by Zoom. Have a great day.